Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today we're doing Friday favorites and it is January 22nd. Yep. We're almost done January. I haven't done Friday favorites since last year, 2015. I think it has to do with that a lot of my favorites over the last few weeks have been the same as my end of the year beauty favorites for 2015. So I didn't, excuse me, I have an itch on my leg. I didn't really want to repeat myself over and over again since I had already put out my 2015 beauty favorites for the year. So that pretty much stayed the same for a while. But I have been dipping into some new makeup here and there. You know, as I finish things up, I start to try out other things. So that's why I have been kind of like on the down low, because I've been still like testing out products, and I don't like to give a full opinion until I actually, test them for, a few weeks or at least 1 or 2 weeks where I'm testing it continuously, especially if it's skincare. Skincare, depending on the skincare product, I like to test it out a little bit longer opposed to makeup, because skincare takes a bit for you to actually get to see the benefit that you're looking for. So, I am going to just dive in, and I'm just going to tell you guys what I've been loving this week. And if you have any questions, please leave them down below, and we'll just go from there. So the only skincare really product for this week has been my beauty oil, and the beauty oil I've been using is the Origins Plant Scription Youth Renewal Face Oil. So this is a 0.5 fluid ounce size, so it's pretty small. I mean, when you compare it to my hand, it fits in the palm of my hand. It's like a deluxe size sample. It comes with a dropper. So there's the dropper, and you only need 1 or 2 drops of this. So I've been using it for a few weeks now, since before Christmas, and I don't know if you guys can tell, I'm like, if this is sitting up straight, I'm like around here. So, a good quarter of the bottle I've finished. And I love how this works for my skin, specifically in the winter time. Now, I don't know how this would work let me back up. I don't know how this would work for my skin in the summer, because I haven't been able to experience this product in the summertime, but in the wintertime I find that it really does help. Now, I find that this oil to be a little bit more, how can I say, on the thicker side. So I find, or I personally feel, that this oil is better for wintertime use. So I'm really glad I'm using it through the winter colder months, because it is a thicker oil. I don't use this during the day. I use this at nighttime. So most of my beauty oils I always use at night, because that's where you'll get the benefits of the oil. And I mean, during the day, I really don't want to put oil on my face, because I'm putting makeup on top of it, and the oil will just eat away at the makeup, and it'll create, for me personally, it'll create a disaster, because I get really oily in the T-zone throughout the day, and my natural oils eats away at my makeup anyways. So I prefer to use skincare benefit oils for nighttime, because that's when I will definitely get the benefits out of it on my skin. So the Plant Scription by Origins is a good one, I find. If you want to try it out, I suggest you try it out in the wintertime, because it is a thicker oil. The smell of it is very earthy. I will give you that. So if you're not really into like earthy scented products, you might not like the scent, but I promise you it's not very strong, and when you apply it on your face, you don't really smell the scent anymore. It goes away, the scent. You know what I'm saying? So it's a more affordable oil compared to other beauty oils out there on the market in the high-end world. So if you do want to try it out, go to your local Sephora or your local Hudson's Bay. I think Hudson's Bay carries Origins. I'm not 100% sure. But your local Sephora should have it. And if you even just ask for a sample before you invest, then you can definitely do that. But I really am enjoying this, and I'm very impressed. This little guy came in a gift set. You know those like Christmas gift sets? So I decided to start it since I finished another oil of mine like a few weeks back, right before Christmas. So I have been enjoying it. It has been really, really good, and I'm actually impressed, because it is not too high end, but it's got an affordable price point where most people can definitely dish out I think it's $40 for the oil, for the full size oil. So with that said, at nighttime I have been, well, even during the winter, not just in the winter, but even in the summertime, I always don't go to bed without lip balming my lips, like putting some sort of chapstick on, or like some sort of like, you know, deep hydratingness to my lippies. So what I've been using lately is the Nivea Pure Natural Mint and Minerals. This has no parabens, no like garbage stuff in it. That's what it looks like. So it goes on clear. I know it looks like it's blue, but it goes on clear and it hydrates really nicely on the lips, I find. The only thing is though, is that like I don't know if you guys can tell, but it does, you do run out of it quickly. It's not one of those chapsticks that takes forever to get through. This one, actually, you can get through it in a good amount of time without you having to worry about it expiring, especially if you use it every night. So I have been loving it. It's drugstore. It's affordable. I think it's like $3 or less. You can't go wrong. It's by Nivea, and it doesn't have any of the paraben crap in it so that you can apply it to your lips all day, every day if you want to. So that has been really saving my lips at nighttime. Once in a while, I'll use like a deep hydrating lip mask, quote unquote, and my lip mask is usually the Vaseline, but I do have sample sizes of the Bite Beauty lip mask that I have been trying out, and once in a while I'll do those because they're a little bit more heavier on my lips, but this one's a good moisturizing one that's light on the lips, and it doesn't really feel like you have like a cake layer of chapstick on your lips. So that has been a favorite of mine. Now, for Christmas, I got some new brushes, a couple new brushes. Nothing too, like, you know, out of the ordinary, but I did get one of these, and this is the Real Techniques Sculpting Brush. So you can use it for contouring cream products. I haven't really used it for contouring cream products, to be totally honest with you. I've been using it to apply my foundation because it works so nicely. The way the bristles are set on here, first of all, it's an angled brush. It goes short to long. I love how that works. It's very dense, and you can definitely buff in your foundation with this, no problem. So I have been loving this to do foundation. I have yet to try it for cream contour. I don't have any cream bronzers. So when I invest in the Anastasia cream contour kit, I'm definitely going to try using this with it and see how it goes. But I have been using this for foundation, and I love how it works on foundation. And I did use this today for my foundation. It's really inexpensive. It's by Real Techniques. It's drugstore brand. You can get this on iHerb.com, at your local Walmart, or even I think it's the Real Techniques website as well. But here in Canada, you can get these at Walmart or the Rexall drugstores. I've found them in both location companies, whatever you want to call them. So thumbs up for this brush. Okay, so I have three lip products. My first one is my lip liner. Look at how tiny this is. You can tell that I've been using it because it's so small. This is the Milani lip liner in the shade Nude. I love this color statement lip liner. I have it on today. I use this nude lip liner with every single nude color you can possibly think of, and it works wonders. I have a backup. They're inexpensive. You can get them for like $5 or less at the drugstore. I find my Milani products at either superstores, or Loblaws stores. So definitely worth it. It's not expensive at all. Very, very affordable. They do the job. They keep your lipstick or whatever lip product you put on top of it locked in all day. So I really do love these. The only thing about this is that these lip liners are used up pretty fast. Not like, you know, how MAC lip liners are, you know, they can kind of, the longevity of them are a little bit, you can use it a couple times before you have to sharpen. Whereas this one, you have to sharpen every time after you use it in order to use it again, because the product is very, like, it's not overly soft, but it's soft enough that after you use it one time, it gets really dull, and then you'd have to sharpen it again. So that's why it gets used up pretty quickly, because after each use, you have to sharpen it in order to use it again. But because they're affordable, I don't mind it. They're really good. The colors are amazing. So with those the new lip liner that I have been using oh so very much, there's two new lip products that I have purchased in the last, I would say, 3 weeks since Christmas, and one of them is the Kat Von D liquid lipstick in the shade Bow and Arrow, which is what I'm wearing today. Let me see if I can swatch it on my hand. So that is what Bow and Arrow looks like. Pretty, huh? It's like a more browny nude. Not very, I would say no pink at all. It comes off pink on camera, but I can promise you in person it's more of a brown nude opposed to a pink nude. And then my next one is the Stila Stay All Day Liquid Lipstick in the shade Caramello. Oh, have I ever been wanting this in full size. I know this came out in a gift set over Christmas, and I was like, nope, I want this color in full size. I'm not getting the gift set just for that color. So I waited until it came out with the full size. That's what Caramello looks like. It's very muted. Got a little bit of a pink undertone to it, not very much, but it's so beautiful. I have tan skin, as you know, so both of these colors look freaking amazing on my bronzed skin. This one, clearly, the Caramello is a little bit more lighter than the Bow and Arrow, but they both are beautiful. I'm wearing Bow and Arrow right now. So I just love how simple and easy these two colors are for every day, especially because when you're on the go and you have to get to the office, if you work in an office environment, you don't have time to keep looking at your face to make sure your red lipstick, your purple lipstick, your pink lipstick is, you know, all over the place. These colors are neutral enough that, first of all, they will stay where they're applied all day. Excuse me. And they will be able to handle all of your eating and drinking throughout the day, which is amazing. So that's what I love about these colors and about these formulas of these products. So definite thumbs up there. My last favorite of the week, which I've had for now 2 weeks. I have been using it, and I'm actually very impressed. I've been wanting this since it came out in December, but I kept holding off. It's the Tartelette in Bloom palette. Now, I do have the original one, which is the Tartelette, the regular Tartelette palette, and I love it. The first Tartelette palette is all purple shade mattes, which is gorgeous, especially on brown eyes, but purple tones on any eye color is amazing. So this is the In Bloom palette, and as you can see, I can't tell, let me lift it up a little bit. Okay, so as you can see, there's more matte shadows in here than there are shimmers, which I love. So I love the idea that, I don't know if you guys really noticed, but in majority of palettes today, they have the shimmer shades taking over the matte shades, like your Urban Decay palettes. I think there's like 1 or 2 matte shadows, and then there's a shit ton of like shimmers, which, I mean, as you get older, like me, I'm almost hitting my 30s. I'm not quite there yet, but I'm getting there. So the older you get, you really want to have more options in matte shadows than opposed to shimmer. And that's what I love about this particular palette. You get more matte options opposed to shimmer options. So let me just double check here. So you get 3 shimmers. There's this one right here. There's this one right here, and then there's this one over here in the corner. Those 3 are the only shimmers in this palette, as you can see. I'm sorry if the glare is blinding you, but I have a light shining right down at me, and that's because of the packaging. It's just bouncing back off. So, as you can see, the 3 shimmers, and then you have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 matte shades, which is fabulous. I'm wearing the palette today on my eyes. Currently, what I'm wearing on my lid is this bronzy shimmer all over the eyelid. Then I took this taupey matte shade in the crease, and I deepened it up with this beautiful, lovely burgundy pink, also in the outer crease, just to kind of deepen it up a little bit. Then I have this gorgeous champagne-y shimmer in the corners of the eye, just very, very lightly, nothing too harsh because I didn't want to go too dramatic today. And that is the combo I have been loving with this palette. I love the 3 shimmer shades. They're beautiful. I think they are very, very well formulated. There is a little bit of fallout on them, but you know what? I can handle that because they're very, very, very pigmented. And you know, one thing I learned is that when you have really pigmented eyeshadows, you are always going to have a little bit of fallout. When the pigmentation is high, there will be fallout expected. And you know what? I'm okay with that because I'd rather have a really nice pigmentation on the shadows opposed to having to, you know, deal with always having to pack on more and more color because it's not giving the color payoff that I'm looking for. You can get these at your Sephora. They carry Tarte products. I love how Tarte products are, you know, paraben free and all that jazz. So they're more of a vegan type of brand, and that's why I also love Tartelette for that. A lot of people who are, you know, they love to use vegan products. This is, you know, categorized in that department area for this company especially. I'm not 100% sure if all their products are vegan. I know majority of them, so don't quote me that all their products are. You would have to kind of look into it. But I know majority of them are vegan and animal tested free, if I'm not mistaken. And they do make their products without parabens. So You'd have to do more research on that end, but I do love this palette. It is worth the money. You know what, you guys? I have to tell you, I'm such a palette junkie, and I'm sure you know that because I did my makeup inventory for 2016. I told you guys how much inventory I have of each category. My palettes are quite high in inventory, and I'm okay with that because I switch out my eyeshadows on a daily, weekly basis. I never use the same eyeshadow, look over and over and over again unless I'm just not feeling inspired or it's a quick and easy, don't have to think about it, get out the door type of look. But on a regular basis, like on a day-to-day basis, and I am feeling quite inspired, I will always change up my eyeshadow palettes because I have quite a few and I love investing in them because the price of one palette, when you compare it to purchasing one eyeshadow from Bobbi Brown, is kind of steep. Like this palette I think was about $54 Canadian. A Bobbi Brown eyeshadow, one Bobbi Brown eyeshadow is $29 Canadian. So you can imagine that for $50 Canadian, I can get how many eyeshadows compared to the one Bobbi Brown $29. So I find that palettes are worth the money because you're getting more product for what you pay for. And that's why I like investing in eyeshadow palettes. I love to have neutral palettes on me all the time because a lot of the times I will get my nieces who, you know, they ask me, you know, can you do my eyeshadow? I've got an event, I've got this, I've got that, can you do my makeup? And I'm more than happy to do it for them. So I have a lot of choices and different looks I can do on them as they get older because they're right now 15 and they don't want to go too dramatic, but you know what I'm saying. So definite good one to have in your collection, especially if you're a makeup artist and you do makeup on other people. The Charlotte palette is what's on my eyes today. And I think that's about it. How much time have we got? Oh my god, we're like past 21 minutes. I need to like speed this up. Anyways, that was my Friday favorites for January 22nd. I hope you guys enjoyed. Any questions you may have about the products, please let me know down below. I love talking to you guys in the bottom bar. If you want to check out my project inventory and project panning type of deal for 2016, the links are all down below, and also the links from last year's project panning will be there as well if you're interested. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys have a great weekend, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye everybody. Mwah.